And welcome to Weather and Ag in Focus on this Tuesday, June 2nd, 1:07 in the afternoon. Temperatures outside 83 degrees here at the studio, and it's a warm one out there. We're noticing a little uptick in the humidity. Dew points are now in the low 60s across the area, opposed to the 50s, so it feels a little more humid. That's indicating a little more moisture working into the area, and that is going to be the fuel for some thunderstorms that will be developing as we head into tomorrow. I'm Chief Meteorologist Dean Wysocki, along with our Ag Director Bridgette Readel, and Bridgette is live at a very important event today. Bridgette, where you at?
And just literally, as it was time for me to talk, they are running the great big PA system in here. So I'm going to try to cover this as much as I can. But I am at the 97th Annual North Dakota FFA Convention. There are 1,500 students here at NDSU's campus. 800 of them who are not currently in their contests are expected to be here today to visit with employers. The list is large. They're talking to folks from Butler Equipment, Pioneer, RDO, Titan Machinery, Agtegra, Arthur Companies, Farm Credit Services. There are engineering companies, area colleges. They are here to talk to these students about their future. Also, a big thanks to Chevron, because Chevron is here as a presenting sponsor, and they are also here to be a part of scholarship awards for students who have earned those scholarships from them. We're going to talk to the talent acquisition manager for Chevron here in our next segment as well. This is a full house. There's a lot going on, a lot of excitement, and so much more to talk about throughout the hours. We're visited by the National FFA Western Region Vice President, and also we will have students from a local FFA chapter who are here as part of the Talent Showcase. That's what's going on in the background for me, is we have the Talent Showcase today. So it's not just kids in contests, talking about farming. These kids are also here to participate in their talent shows. We have band and choir that is specifically designated for this week. There's a lot of action. So they would like the rain, Dean, because it's a lot of hot and humid in those blue jackets right now.
I'm sure it is. Man, 1,500 kids. That's a great. What's the biggest turnout that we've seen over the last few years? That seems like an awful lot.
Usually the turnout for this convention is somewhere between 1,500 and 1,800 kids.
Wow.
It kind of depends on what our farming practices look like, who had to stay home and help make hay or things like that, because I remember my dad saying FFA stood for Father Farms Alone. Now, in reality, these students are part of the largest student-led national organization. There are over 1 million FFA members around the U.S. and Puerto Rico. There are, in North Dakota, 7,800 members that represent 93 different chapters from around the state. So as I see jackets walk by, I see Bismarck, Grant County, South Prairie, Minot, Watford City. They had a drive. So, yeah, there's a lot going on here with students today. I'm always excited to be a part of what our students are doing, and this is another day for it.
Good deal, good deal. Well, you mentioned rain, and there is rain in the forecast, but not today. Today is going to be a quiet day, the calm before the storm. However, if you have any travel plans going into the western or central part of the state, they're going to see severe storms developing later today. Not what you want to hear. The last thing you want this time of the year is hail, as the crops are emerging. So, but that is the threat out west from, let's say, Bismarck and northward, generally up and down the Missouri River Valley, up into the Devil's Lake Basin. Could see some strong to severe storms later this afternoon. Now, for us, though, we're going to have a pretty breezy and a warm day today with highs in the mid to upper 80s. We're almost there right now with south-southeast winds gusting up to 30. Now, we will see a few storms move in from the west tonight, mainly affecting the far northern valley. Most everybody else remaining dry with lows into the low to mid 60s. Now, some of those leftover showers and thunder showers in a weakening fashion will enter the valley tomorrow morning. I'm not looking for much rain out of that, so don't get excited if you're looking for a lot of rain. And then we'll see a break. And then the wild card is what happens tomorrow lunchtime through about 3, 4 o'clock. If we are able to see sunshine, and that's the big question mark, but if we are, that is going to really destabilize the atmosphere. And as a cold front approaches then towards evening, If we see the sunshine, then we will see severe weather, it looks like, as we head into tomorrow evening, anytime between about 4 o'clock and 9 o'clock. But if we don't see the sunshine, that will limit severe weather, which is good, but it'll also limit the moisture as well. So we'll see how that unfolds, but we definitely have a chance for some large hail if we see that sunshine tomorrow evening. Highs tomorrow about 82. Then we'll quiet things down for Thursday, low to mid 80s. Now, I've got rain in the forecast for Friday, but I'm almost ready to completely take it out, as it looks like that next system may just skirt to our south into South Dakota and southern Minnesota. We'll see. I'll leave it in for now, but we may end up being dry on Friday. And then after that, we're looking at warming up for the weekend, mid-80s on Saturday and upper 80s to near 90 on Sunday. We're getting some indications of some more storms possible early next week, and then we'll dry things out for the rest of next week and turn hot. I see a lot of 90s in the forecast for later next week, so let's hope we can get a little precip before that heat builds back into the area. We'll see. We'll see how that unfolds, but again, tomorrow is all going to be dependent on, do we see any sunshine between about noon and 4, and that's something we'll be keeping a close eye on.
Tell you what, we probably want some rain, but not what has been happening in Lethbridge, Alberta. A farmer friend of mine up there messaged me last night. They have had 9.5 inches of rain since Friday.
Whoa.
That is their entire year rainfall happening now.
Yikes.
And so they're a little concerned. What's going to happen later on in the season? You know, will they then miss out on the remainder of their rainfall that they would need? And on top of that, they are not very far from Havre, Montana, where Havre currently is screaming for rain. If you follow Welker Farms on YouTube, those are folks that have not had anything more than a half inch of rain since October of last year. So they would really like to see some great rainfall coming up soon.
Yeah, let's hope that is the case. And Bridgette, we do have this was just issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Pembina County, so the far northeastern corner of the state, under a severe thunderstorm warning. It looks like large hail up to 1 3/4 inches are possible as that system moves northward into southern Canada. So just east of the Langdon area. We've got a strong severe thunderstorm with possible large hail moving northward into southern Canada. So again, if you're in the Pembina County area, just to the east of Langdon, you'll want to take cover with that large hail possibility. So those storms are already firing up between Bottineau and just east of Langdon right now, and they'll continue to build southwestward towards the Bismarck area as we head into the afternoon. So pretty rocky weather to our north and west, but so far, and I think we'll stay quiet here in the FM area for the rest of the afternoon.
Well, for those who have weather questions for Dean, especially as the rest of this week is going to play out, please do give us a call on the JLA Insurance phone line. That number is 701-293-9000. We'll take your emails, weather@flagfamily.com or ag@flagfamily.com. And above all, today is a great day to be watching the Lighthouse Commodity live stream on Acres TV, YouTube, and Facebook. As we watch students milling around here, I'll try to send some more videos back of their what they're doing, who they're talking to here at this career fair that's going on at NDSU today as part of North Dakota's FFA Association's annual convention. This is number 97 for them. One quick headline that I thought was pretty exciting. The Oklahoma State University Agri-Science Group has released ASU P92. It's a purple wheat. You know, all of those antioxidants we talk about in things like blueberries and blackberries, those can be carried over in what's called an anthocyanin. And it's the same class of phenolics that give that vibrant color to all those fruits we just talked about, including peppers. So the benefits could now be coming to us in wheat. You'll get the antioxidant properties by this purple wheat. It's a winter wheat, and it's good for brain and gut health, and it has 4 times the fiber than what you get with regular white flour bread. Remember, when we go ahead and mill out so much of that flour, we take the good stuff with, and we're not going to do that anymore with this purple wheat coming to us from Oklahoma State University. So keep that in mind in the future. Maybe we'll be raising some commercially here in North Dakota. Meanwhile, we're going to pick up the livestock report from the American Ag Network, and when we return, we're going to be visiting with the talent acquisition manager from Chevron. Here we are with Weather and Ag in Focus, live from the North Dakota FFA Association, their 97th annual convention. We are sitting in the very back of the room for the talent show, and some of the talent is quite good. It sounds like everybody else can hear it besides just us, Ryan.
Oh, it's wonderful.
So I am here with Ryan Hawkins. Ryan is the talent acquisition coordinator or manager maybe for Chevron.
Talent acquisition specialist, yes.
Excellent. So how long have you been with Chevron? Tell us a little bit about that background.
I've been with Chevron now for going on 3 years.
Excellent.
I was part of one of the companies that Chevron purchased, much like Hess when they purchased them here. So I'm only a year and a half of the Hess people.
So if I'm not mistaken, Chevron, second largest in the history of Chevron acquisitions. Like you're the second largest, the second oldest. You've been a part of what was originally the Standard Oil Company, started by John D. Rockefeller, really a century ago, if not more. And so you have a long-standing history throughout the U.S.
Yes, Chevron absolutely does have a long-standing history. It's wonderful.
So when you come to places like the FFA convention, what are we doing? What are we looking for? Who are you talking to today?
Oh, I'm...
There you go. I'm going to adjust that just slightly for you. There you go.
I'm talking to all of the wonderful students here.
Okay.
FFA is a wonderful
okay.
program. It's one of those ones that definitely teaches leadership. These kids that are coming in through the program, we're finding has great work ethics, hard workers. Not only that, the ones I've talked to and have dealt with, they take responsibility for the things they do as well. They're just an amazing set of kids. My own nephew went through the program, and he met his wife at a convention much similar to this. So I have my own little affinity for FFA. So.
That's fantastic. So when you come to this convention to be a part of this career fair, you have a number of assignments, right? So what are some of those things that you're doing? I heard you mention scholarship earlier.
Yeah, so we're in partnership with the
FFA Foundation?
No, sorry.
That's okay. We all got notes. I've got plenty right here in front of me.
Oh, I just had it right here. But I'll find it here.
Sure.
So just did a scholarship. We granted 4 $10,000 scholarships. And
that's excellent.
$10,000
scholarships.
4 or 3?
Still, they're 10 grand a pop.
But yes, and the kids were wonderful. I was on the interview panel with them, and
this isn't just a paper application, then.
No, they do the paper application. They go through the screening, and then we do then they do an interview.
Okay.
And it was with the Minot community that's right here. That's here with us today at our booth.
Okay.
So we're in partnership with them.
Okay.
And it was wonderful meeting those 10 kids. They're just tremendous.
So you're also thinking someday these could be some of your employees.
No, absolutely. These are exactly the employees we're looking for.
Okay.
They go through stuff on the ranch that requires problem solving, technical thinking, and then they get moved into the FFA group. Now they're working with community. They're working with their teams. They're working with other adults, having to become leaders, and they're very well spoken. I can't believe how well spoken this group of people are. These young adults here are just amazing.
And they are.
Yeah.
They're a little outgoing. They're not. I mean, I saw that door open, and they made a beeline for your booth. They're not real shy about coming to see what Chevron has to offer today.
Well, we sort of have the premier spot in the thing here, so it sort of makes it nice. But yeah, and then Chevron, we want to make sure that we're investing in the communities.
Sure.
What we do at Chevron is I lead an apprenticeship program.
Oh, so it's not just full-time. We could think about interns, et cetera.
I have interns and apprentices. So I work with one of the colleges I work with is Bismarck State College.
Okay.
They have several programs that we work with and that they can do online while working with us, earning money.
Opportunities for kids are out there. Not everything is AI, right?
No, especially with the hands-on skills that these students have. They're going to be, a little bit of the AI proof.
As someone who used to sit in career fairs and recruit as well, I always thought that the kids that really stood out to me that were the most bold is you're a freshman, you're a sophomore, you're 14, 15 years old, and you come up and shake my hand and want to ask. That's outstanding. I hope you're seeing a lot of that today.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. Getting them to pull a little bit of stuff off my table has been a little challenge.
They're not taking the free stuff?
They're wanting to be a little reserved, and
really?
I can respect that they're not just going around picking up everything on the table, but
that's impressive that there are tables full of goodies specifically for these students, and they're like, well, I don't know if I want to take all that.
Yeah,
that seems rude.
I know. Yeah, so and that's the other thing is there's not a more polite bunch of students that you'd find than this FFA group.
Well, as you think about your workforce needs in hiring, and I made just about AI, et cetera, but what are you looking for in future employees and future areas that they might be a part of? I mean, it sounds like the opportunities aren't falling apart in the future.
Right. We're looking for technically minded students.
Okay.
Safety oriented. Safety has to be first and foremost with everything that we do. We're looking for that work ethic. Begin the day, end the day, working the whole time. And the problem with that is the ag and and oil and gas, the energy is so big in North Dakota, we're going to be fighting for the same students.
You know, you're right. Ag and energy have a real hand-in-hand relationship across
Yes,
the state.
absolutely. We really respect agriculture, and you know that's why we're here. We're investing in these young people. We want to see them succeed. It's just great vibe, great feeling here.
Well, and I'm hoping that you have students as well that are looking ahead and saying, I can't wait to my turn to apply for the college applications for scholarships from Chevron. Those look like an outstanding place for those students to be a part of.
Yes, absolutely. They're getting them off our table, the little brochures that we have. So I'm hoping all of our juniors, seniors stop by, pick up one of those forms. It's not just for oil and gas. We do have our Ag Scholarship. It's partnered also with the state fair.
Okay. And do you not only participate here at a state level in North Dakota, Chevron is a sponsor at a national level as well. Do you work with that at all?
Unfortunately, I do not. I'm
volunteer. You're going to want to be a part of it now.
I know. No, my regions are Colorado and North Dakota.
Okay.
Yep.
And you have the opportunity to help these kids also hone their interview skills.
Yes, that's one of the things that I've done. I've been to Bismarck State College. Willing to go to other state colleges where they have ability to do the interview, mock interviews.
Sure.
And I've done some of that, and again, it's amazing. It's good to give them feedback on what industry is looking for, not only oil and gas, but what other employers are looking for in just the interview, and helping them build those interview skills, being able to talk to somebody about what you're good at and how you can make a difference in their industry.
Well, unfortunately, it sounds like someone fell off the talent stage. I hope you're safe up there. That was kind of loud in the background. But
yeah, that's quite the mic drop.
Well, no kidding. I will say this. We promised you and I we're not going to talk about why is the price of gas so high. It's above our pay grades, Ryan.
That's right.
We're not going to have to worry about
That's
that.
right.
You're here looking for talented students right here out of the FFA convention, and we appreciate you taking the time to do that with us.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. All right. Stick around. Next up, we are going to be visiting with our national officer. Every year at State FFA Convention, a national officer does join the students to visit and interact as an ambassador for the FFA. We'll visit with JL next. Here we are with Weather and Ag in Focus, live from the 97th Annual North Dakota FFA Convention up at NDSU. First of all, some of you may have realized that things have been a little different in the background because Addison actually took some vacation. Addison, how was your trip?
I, too, am in this episode. I returned. It was good. It was great. It was a boring drive. It was hot and rainy there and on the way back. It was good. I had fun.
So where'd you go? Beach in the Bahamas? You drove, right?
I don't get paid that much.
You went to Omaha Beach.
Yes. So I went down this weekend to Omaha, Nebraska to see the Union Pacific Big Boy that was rolling through the area, the world's largest operating steam locomotive.
That is very cool. And I saw some video of it from a friend of mine who caught it in Iowa, but you managed to chase it many miles.
Yes, I chased it, so it left Sunday
Stalker.
afternoon. Oh, yeah, a little bit. Are you kidding? Oh, my God. So I chased it once it left Omaha for about an hour. Me and, like, a couple thousand other people, because, wow, the amount of cars that were chasing this thing. But what a cool set. I've got this video of it I took. I'll let this play in the background while I talk.
And listen
here.
how loud this thing is,
Yeah,
too.
I think I've got the volume brought up on this. Sometimes our videos don't have sound, but...
Here she comes. This is a little bigger than maybe the Harry Potter Express.
So this locomotive is about 17 or 18 feet tall. It's about 140 feet long. It's got 7,000 horsepower. It's just a little over 1 million pounds. It is a monster. And it was just super cool to see. Union Pacific is running it across the country this year for America's 250th. And it was just such a cool thing to see. And you don't really, the sheer size of it was...
What we should have done was chip together to get you a ride on it.
You can't. There are people. They do give cab rides to people.
Ooh.
One day. I'll get on there one day.
I'm going to have to ask our upcoming guest here if she has ever had a chance to ride on the train. I am joined by JL Cruikshank. Oh, I spelled it wrong on my sheet. JL is the Western Region Vice President for the National FFA. Have you ridden a train like Addison showed us?
Not quite like that. I went on a bullet train in Japan in January, and then I went on another similar kind of, it was like a mix between a bullet train and the train that was just shown, actually just like a week and a half ago in New Jersey for their state convention. So it's been fun. But this year has been the first bit of that train experience.
As a national officer, you were elected last October, so your year is burning up fast. The big question is, how fast has it gone for you? How many states have you covered?
It is flying by, that's for sure. We hit over 70 airplane rides for different legs added up since November, and so that was super exciting. But I just feel like every month, just like June, I can't believe we're already in June already. So yeah, definitely flying by. States, this is my 6th state convention, but I know I've been to over 15 states in total just through traveling. But state convention-wise, this is my 6th of 9, so super excited.
Western Region, what state are you from?
I'm from the state of Oregon, which is kind of funny since I don't actually go to any of the Western Region state conventions other than Oregon's convention. But it's really cool since it means I get to learn a lot about the other parts of the nation. Spent a lot of time on the East Coast, so it's been fun to learn a bit about that.
You are an ambassador for FFA everywhere you go. It's not just your interaction with students, which we are seeing here at the career fair at North Dakota State's, or excuse me, at North Dakota's FFA convention, but you work with sponsors as well.
Yes, so as national officers, we get to travel around for a variety of reasons. One is state conventions. Then we have our foundation visits. So I was able to go visit with BASF a while ago in North Carolina with one of my teammates, Lily. So that was super cool to learn about them. I know that some of my teammates are on foundation visits right now, and so just get to learn about those supporters of FFA and just thank them for all that they do, and just continue to learn about what different opportunities are available so that I have the opportunity to go communicate that and be that bridge with members across the state. So that is a really phenomenal opportunity. And then any other events, banquets, conferences, or anything that chapters want help with, we're just kind of there to be whatever we can help with.
You are a college student. Well, not this year.
Yeah, I was a college student. I'll be back soon. Yes, it's a great great excuse to take a gap year. So I was at college at Oklahoma State University studying ag business, and so we finished up finals around Thanksgiving, and then we're like, hey, we're not going to be back for the rest of the semester. So our professors worked with us with that, and then we'll continue our schooling in January of next year. So
Absolutely.
nice to have a little bit of break, but a good excuse for it.
As you have done these travels, certainly around the United States, and also FFA encompasses our territories like Puerto Rico, you've had the opportunity to do the exchange program with Japan, the Future Farmers of Japan, which has been going on since 1950. So talk a little bit about the agriculture that you saw there. It's very intensive versus what you may have seen on a regular day in Oregon.
Yes, I absolutely loved the trip to Japan. I love learning about things that I don't get to see every day. And so, the Future Farmers of Japan program, it was so cool to meet with those students and see their passions. We went to this one school. They're just so hospitable and respectful and everything. They welcomed us right in. They showed us like a karate demonstration and all these things. I was like, this is impressive. So it was super cool to go over there and meet with those people and use translators and do our best to understand them. We had a little 45-second intro in Japanese that we learned, which is fun, a little bit difficult to learn at first, but it was super cool. And then also going to see agriculture on that side of things. So we saw huge green onion farms. We met with this one farmer who was farming for 75 years, and he had like never left the island and just staying true to those green onions. It was super cool. They're like the size of our bodies, so we were like trying to pull them out. So that was really cool. We got to see some Wagyu beef and see the production side, and then we got to go into a diner where the Wagyu beef is actually served at and then eat that same beef that we had just seen produced. So it was super cool just to learn about what makes Japan unique and those experiences, and just the people and their hospitality is what stood out to me the most.
A wonderful hospitality over there. You were actually part of a traditional Japanese tea ceremony after visiting a tea plantation. Sign me up. I'll go anytime you don't have a chance. I mean, I know your jacket's a little bit small for me, but I could help you out if you need. Let me know, JL.
Yes, no, you would have loved it. The tea ceremony was incredible. They dressed us up so I didn't even have to wear the blue jacket in there.
Whoa.
It was traditional Japanese, all the things, and so it was really cool. Something I would have never thought I would experience in my lifetime.
So I want to also ask about, going back to Oregon, your SAE program. What was it that you did as a supervised ag experience program that brought you to getting your state and American FFA degrees so that you can continue on in your capacity as a national officer?
Totally. So I had a few different supervised agricultural experiences, those SAEs. My first one that I started earliest, I actually started in 4-H because I was super excited about it, but wasn't old enough in FFA to show them yet. But I raised pigs for the Deschutes County Fair in Oregon, and so I loved raising those pigs. Seeing the different attitudes and personalities of them come to life was very entertaining. And then they just seemed like perfect little pigs at the county fair, and it's like, where was the months of you running out of the pen and all the things and the hard work? But definitely character building experience there for sure. But then I also loved working at a local small dairy farm in the area, so got to milk cows every morning and night for a few years, and so that was a lot of fun, and got to see calves being born and just maintain the farm and package the milk and all that, so loved that experience. And then my two sisters and I, we also started a small business. We created gift baskets, made cupcakes, and created floral arrangements for different community members, and so we got to put a lot of time into that. And a small business started from, we needed an SAE, and so we're like, well, here's some of the things that we're doing, so let's kind of create it into a business. And so that business owning is what really struck a passion for me, and now I'm studying ag business, and so that kind of created my love for business owning, and we'll see where that goes in my future career, but that is a big thing that started that.
FFA members are very good at multitasking because apparently someone told us we could do it all. They just didn't say we had to. So we just keep adding them on.
Oh, yep. Your advisor asks you to do something, and the answer is yes, sir, yes, ma'am.
So interesting final question for you. As an FFA member, or excuse me, as a national officer, and you are traveling so extensively in this year, how often do you have to burn through an FFA jacket? I mean, after a while, that corduroy might need to get refreshed a little bit. Do you have multiple jackets to pull from?
They do give us a few. They are very kind to us. It depends on the state associations for like how many you get during state office, but for national officers, they tell us that we get 6 throughout the years. And so my first one was a little bit tight on me. I think the measurements got messed up a little bit, so I couldn't even move my arms. And so I think I may get an extra extra one or two because we were just trying to figure out sizings, and I have a hard fitting there. But now that we got the right sizing, we'll get some good ones.
Okay.
And so we also get dry cleaning and all that. So hopefully we don't smell bad when we come. Hopefully you can't smell me right now like, oh, you need a new jacket.
No, you're good. I will tell you, having come to this convention in this field house as a high school kid, that was before this building was air conditioned, and my jacket could walk home by itself behind the bus. We're going to avoid that today.
Yep. It's nice and hot this week, but that's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Dale, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate that, and congratulations on your year as a national officer. Up next, we're going to talk with a couple of students from a local FFA chapter who are here for the talent competition as well. So stick with us, and we will be back. All right, Weather and Ag in Focus today. We are live from the North Dakota FFA convention here at NDSU. We're going to pick up the weather from Dean here in just a little bit. And we are joined today by two FFA members from the Wysocki FFA chapter. They're going to be on the stage here shortly. You can all hear the music in the background. We are here for the talent show during the career fair. And I am joined by Reagan Ulmer. You can say yes, it's okay.
Yes, Reagan Ulmer.
And Caitlin Roth.
Yes.
All right, so ladies, is this your first year at convention?
No.
You have to talk, honey. If you shake your head, they can't hear you. Okay.
This is my 4th year going. I've been coming since I was a 7th grader.
Okay, and
Same. We've
Same?
been coming since 7th grade.
all right, so what contest are you participating in this week besides you're about to go on stage for the talent contest?
I have choir.
Nice.
So not quite.
Do you know that the top choir kids get recommended to go to national convention?
Yes.
And is that a goal?
Yes, that's 100% a goal.
That is awesome. The only people who get to wear white pants at convention instead of black. And you
Yes.
stand out with your own national jacket. Very cool. All right, what else are you doing while you're at convention, Caitlin?
I just got done with dairy cattle evaluation. That took a long time, all morning. And then I have talent today, and I'm a delegate.
All right, so when it comes to dairy cattle evaluation, or have you done livestock judging as well, Regan? Have you done livestock judging as well?
No, I haven't.
Okay, my question would be, what goes into, I mean, you're looking at a cow and you're judging how pretty she is. What are we doing with that?
Well, if you're looking at livestock versus dairy, it's very different.
Okay,
But right now we're in dairy, and especially on cows, 40% of your judging is coming from the udder, which on a beef cow, you're not even really looking at the udder, honestly, when you're judging.
okay.
So very different going from season to season.
So as students wandering around today, here at the career fair, do you want to talk to colleges? Are there employers? Do you have a plan of attack for this career fair? Either one of you can go right ahead. Oh, she couldn't hear what I said.
Nope.
Okay, so do you have a plan of attack for the career fair? Are there certain places that you want to go and people you want to see while you're here? Colleges?
Yes, there's a couple colleges that I would like to look at, like BSC if they are here, or Valley City.
Okay.
I would also just like to talk to some businesses that like offer scholarships to members in the FFA.
Yep.
And so, yeah, that's kind of my plan of attack for the career fair.
Let me just give you a little inside hint. Chevron over there, they're giving away $10,000 scholarships to college students. So that's probably one. Caitlin, did you have some people here that you really wanted to see?
I think I was probably going to check out BSC, NDSU, but I don't really know. Not
Okay.
much of a plan right now.
I will tell you this. The gentleman who visited us earlier from Chevron said that nobody's taking the free stuff. So you guys, here's your chance to cash in on the goodies that are here. Now, besides being a convention, are there other contests that you participate? Are there other contests you participate in during the year with FFA?
Yes, during the year, in the fall, we have district leadership,
Okay.
and we both competed in parliamentary procedure,
Mm-hmm.
and that is probably one of my favorites in FFA.
Parliamentary procedure, what's your office?
I was the sentinel this year,
Excellent. Stationed by the door.
stationed by the door.
All right. What other contests do you have?
In the fall, I have Parley. I was the treasurer this year for that. And then I did demonstration. And then I got to go to state LDEs for that. And then during the winter, I'll do livestock evaluation.
There's very little downtime. You guys can do so much through FFA all year long. And was there a reason? Was that part of your reason for joining? Was when you decided that you first wanted to be FFA members? Was there a motivation of why you wanted to do it?
I think everybody just kind of told us there are certain kids that they just say, "Oh, you are doing FFA." Sometimes it doesn't feel like we really
Had a choice.
knew what we were getting into either.
And yet here you are. Did you have a motivation, Regan?
For me, it was because my dad was in FFA.
He was.
Yes, and he did. So when I did do CDEs, I didn't do it this year, but I did agronomy, and that's the contest that he did.
Yep.
And so I kind of I was just interested in like the way he talked about it and the way that he still had friends that he made in FFA when he was in high school, and still has them to this day.
Yep. Yeah, Reagan, your dad was pretty good in agronomy. But back then it was just the crop judging
Crop judging,
contest. Yeah, but we had a lot of fun with it. So, and I, full disclosure, you girls are from my home chapter. So, yeah, know a lot of the people that you've associated with. So, all right, you are next up on the talent contest. What will you be doing for talent today, ladies?
So I am playing the guitar, and then me and Caitlin have a duet, and we were singing "You're Still the One" by Shania Twain.
Fantastic. All right. So the two of you have to go get tuned up, signed in, etc. for your talent competition. Thank you so very much for joining us. Appreciate your insights as a local FFA member from a chapter here in North Dakota. Glad you're here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, girls. All right. Dean, for you, guess it's probably time to check in on the weather.
Yeah, let's give a quick recap of the weather. We had severe thunderstorms and right around the Cavalier area. Those have moved into southern Canada right now. There's also some very strong storms out around the Bottineau area moving northward, and we are expecting more severe storms to develop from about Devil's Lake down to Bismarck, and they'll be moving northeastward throughout the day. So with that being said, I'm expecting pretty much dry conditions here in the FM area, but out to our west and northwest, there will be thunderstorms developing. Those will affect the northern valley as we head towards evening and overnight hours. I think our weather is going to be quiet after topping out in the mid to upper 80s this afternoon. Tonight we'll bottom out into the low to mid 60s. Now there is a chance for a few of those renegade showers, leftover showers, to enter the area by sunrise, but not expecting much out of that. Now, if we miss out on that rain, then we have to focus on what happens Wednesday late afternoon into the evening. If we see sunshine tomorrow from about noon to 4, that will destabilize the atmosphere quite a bit, and we could see some strong to severe storms developing after about 5 o'clock tomorrow, lasting through about 9, 10 o'clock at night. That would be our window for storms. Unfortunately, they could be severe, but could give us some needed rainfall as well. If we miss out on that, and there's about a 30-40% chance those storms go both north and south and split around us. Let's hope not. And after that, there's not much rain in the forecast until early next week. So we'll see what happens with those storms tomorrow. And again, the key is going to be if we get sunshine. If we stay cloudy throughout the day tomorrow, then the severe weather is limited. But also, we're not going to see a whole lot of rainfall with that as well. So we'll kind of play it by ear. We'll update the forecast as we head into tomorrow. But just be on the lookout for, tomorrow evening for the possibility of severe storms. And the main threat's going to be large hail and very heavy rainfall with that. So we'll see what happens as we head into tomorrow. But after that, we start warming things up. And, in fact, we're looking long-term, looking out towards next week. I see a lot of southerly winds and a lot of heat. I see quite a bit of 90-degree temperatures back in the forecast for a lot of next week. So the heat's really going to kick back up again. So the rain we could use right now because I don't see a whole lot in the forecast for next week.
Addison, we're going to want to go back on vacation because it sounds really hot.
I don't
It's
know.
not our thing.
He'll melt.
I hear
after
Alaska's
next week.
wonderful this time of year.
Where?
Alaska.
Alaska's very nice this time of the year.
I did have a listener question. That is, how many miles did Addison drive to follow trains on his vacation?
Well,
Any
I
ideas?
followed it for about an hour, so it must have been, probably about 50 miles when I followed it out of Omaha. So it kind of took me away from my path home, but it was worth it.
It's well worth it.
was
No
very
doubt. No doubt.
Scenic route. Scenic route.
Well, that'll do it for today's edition of Weather and Ag in Focus. Don't go anywhere. The Jay Thomas Show. It's coming up next.